Okay, fantastic. So this is day 2 of our arc around attempting to parse and quote unquote generate OpenAPI clients from the OpenAPI spec. So we're going to do parsing today to see if we can parse some sort of JSON document representing a schema. And I've gotten us started a little bit. I'm so glad Stu is here because I do not understand some of the errors that I'm getting. So cool. So Stu, I see that you're in the document.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm following you right now.
cool. So I made a good faith attempt at getting us started writing one, you know, decoder from JSON for a pretty simple data type within the OpenAPI spec called
Okay.
info, which is like,
Yep.
this is the name of the server. Here's the very simplest example here.
Hey,
We,
so
hello. So yeah, we've got info, title, summary, description, version. Some of these are optional fields, some of them are not.
hmm
And I have written this parser down here.
Okay.
So I would like to be able to run this parser and decode from the JSON text into this info type. And I feel like I've gotten close,
Okay.
but if you look over here on the right in the terminal in the UCM console, I do get like a read error.
Right at Older's cursor. Oh wait, up. Okay, where is this? This is coming from line 804. Huh. Uh, this has got to be a bug.
Ooh, okay. We can debug the bug.
Um. Hmm. I mean, hold on. So you're getting already at oldest.
Cursor root.
Okay. Um. And all you're doing is calling. Okay. But there, can I? And so you're inside of. I'm gonna
Oh,
have to search for something. Hmm.
what does undo
Ah,
do?
wait. You don't want undo will move the cursor back. The last will undo the last cursor move operation.
I feel like maybe that's
You should not be calling undo. No,
okay. Okay,
no,
because
because things get unwound automatically. You only need that when you that should only happen in rare circumstances.
okay. So this is good to know.
Oh, optional child field. This is something you're making. I see.
Yes, I have. Well, credit
Yeah,
where
yeah.
credit is due. I think Tavish wrote this, and I was like, ooh, I feel like someone has talked about parsing optionals.
What is tap? Tap is like.
Tap is
Is that just a side effect?
base thing.
I think it's just apply, but the other side.
I see. Um. Okay, so what is this trying to do? This is taking a text and a parser, and it is maybe giving you an. Okay, so either dot two try child field. Yes. Okay, that's fine. And then it's what is okay, and then it's using parser. I don't see what this undo. I think we just don't. I would wonder if we just need to take the undo off.
Ooh, thank you, Copilot.
Oh, by the way, I was just playing around with the new GPT stuff, and it
Yeah.
is very cool. I was so impressed.
Oh, Stu was showing me some of the capabilities.
I'm having it write most of my Haskell code now.
We made it
By the
write a
way,
poem, and it was like legit pretty good.
that was very cool. So the cursor that we're working with, uh, under which ability is the state for that cursor bound?
I think it's under JSON Read. I think
It would be
JSON
under the
Read has
JSON
a.
readability, and the JSON read, the handler for that uses a cursor, the cursor type. The handler for that is, um, of course, JSON read handler. So JSON read handler has an inner loop, an inner function, which has a list of cursors, which is like a list of like saved states. So undo would, I'll try to roll one back, but we're calling undo inside. We do call undo inside try child field for you. So I do think we just want to take that undo off, and that'll fix everything.
I did a similar thing for the read read a map, and I took this from some code that does. It's like the try child read child field.
So if I'm understanding how the JSON read implementation should work, so internally it's got like a stack of tokens that it, or I guess like expressions that it has parsed from within the JSON AST, and probably just like a stream of like stuff to do next. So the goal of this optional child field is to read ahead in that stream, um,
On stream.
try to parse it, and then make new. What do you call them? Like the objects in that AST that it's adding to the stack of things that it knows about.
So it's not streaming. My library actually parses it into a JSON document, and then the JSON read is a way to let you walk across that document while building up other structure. Okay.
Hmm.
So like it has operations like move into a child, like try to move into a child field, um, or try to move to the next item in an array, or go to the first, enter into an array, go to the next item in an array, go to the previous item in an array. So you have all these ways you can move around, move the cursor around. Anytime you move the cursor around, we're keeping up a stack of the previous cursor locations. So you can say undo to go back to wherever you just were.
It's a JSON zipper.
Yeah, it's a JSON zipper. That's exactly what it is.
Cool.
So we have some higher level stuff like expect child field, which takes a parser, takes another one of these JSON read handlers basically and says, I expect that I'm an object. I'm expecting I'm standing right now on an object, and there's a child of this name, and I want you to take its contents and parse it with this parser, or like basically read it with this JSON reader to give me back a result. That one will do like try child field, and then if it works, it's going to use the parser and then do an undo to go back to where it was. So putting the undo here was going to be a second undo, which is going to, if you do enough of those, you're going to unwind yourself all the way back to root. Well, we only have to do it once with this because it's a one level structure.
Gotcha. Okay. This is still failing.
Still trying to rejoin the while I share, so I'll be right there.
Oh, okay.
No, but keep going. What is it saying now? Same thing?
Expected object found string cursor root, so slightly different.
No, we went root and we went down into info and then went down into summary. So we're inside summary.
Ah, so summary failed. Okay. Summary is an optional child field.
Okay. But so is summary. Okay. Summary expect text. And can I see what? Can we look at what this? Can we look again at the document this was trying to parse?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it closer down
Okay.
because we've got some. Okay. Yeah, so summary, it's a text field.
And it's okay. It's in and then info. So we're inside info. We're inside, and then it's okay. And your parser. This is the parser for info. Oh, that's it. And so you're just, huh? And if you take off the summary line, if you just like omit, if you like comment out 803, is it going to fail in the next thing?
Sorry, let me scroll down. Description. Yep, it just fails on the
Okay.
next one.
Okay, so expect child field doing the wrong. Can you pull up? Can you view expect child field?
Sure.
Yeah. See, it's doing undo. Okay, and then if you comment out title, does it? I'm guessing when you comment out title, then terms of service is the thing that it, like the line 802.
Comment out title and okay. Let's see if it.
Because that looks right. See, it's like saying I'm going to navigate down to the child field. I'm going to read it with the parser.
Yeah, it's still failing at description.
Okay, so it's the optional child field things
Yeah.
that are failing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can we get? Yeah. Let me see. I'm having trouble. Why can't I join your live share now? Hang on. Don't worry about me. Figure it out.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's look at this optional child field. Maybe I'm gonna write this test, or at least see what happens. Have a simplified case. It's a little slow because this file has gotten a little bit large, but okay, so in the simple case, it's fine. Oh, optional child. Optional child. That's it.
Okay, so it's doing. Oh, I understand. So the try child field. That's you do need an undo there. Yeah, you totally need an undo there. Sorry, I thought he was. I was not thinking. I was thinking he was using expect child field.
This is... Hey, Runar.
Okay. I see.
Why are we not forcing this read call? Do we need
Okay,
to?
so the issue is that try-child field sometimes can fail, and if it fails, we don't want to call undo.
Okay, should we move it after the either?
No, I think no. I think we need to actually see if we need to detect if it failed or not. So I think we should pattern match on the result of try-child field.
Of try. Oh, here.
Yeah, we should match that, and instead of just turning it right into an optional, we need to like
Gotcha.
do different stuff.
Actually, can we do this?
Yep.
Field. Okay, and here we want to do...
We want to we need to what was it? It returns a unit. That try-child field returns a unit. Yeah.
Oh, it's not actually a value called field.
No, it just moves. It just says if it has succeeded, then the cursor's been moved.
Oh.
So here, right. So now you want to catch that result. You need to like save that result, like make it res equals.
Okay.
And then we'll undo.
Okay.
Yeah, bang undo, and then just return the sum res.
Some res. Gotcha.
And get rid of the rest.
Gotcha. Okay, so for context, we are attempting to parse an OpenAPI JSON document, and we're starting with a really simple data type within that, just to get the hang of JSON parsing using Stu's library. It does not like my case's syntax. Fine, that's fine.
Match. You want either two? Oh no, wait. Sorry. You should just get rid of the either two optional, and replace it. Just say match.
Yeah, I see what. Yeah, we were going into the option 2.
Yep.
Match. With. Okay. Now let's see. Is it working? Hey, look at that. We can parse the info segment.
All right.
Okay. Let's try the less simple info segment, because actually this doesn't exercise any of the optionals. So let's exercise that actually. We'll use the pet store. Okay, and it's going to think for a second. Okay, and we do get an error. Already at oldest cursor, root.
Oh, that's the one we were getting before?
Yeah, and it like this JSON object inside of it is correct.
Yeah. Okay. And all we're using is expect child field and optional field?
Yeah. Well, we can double check within these sub data type parsers. Let's double check that. Oh, you know what? I think I know what's happening. I think it's the old parsers are using the old optional parser. Yeah. Okay. So we do need to bring them up and have them parse with the new one.
No, they should have been migrated, I would think.
I didn't hit update.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's just kind of in scope in the fold. So, yeah. Hey, look at that. Okay, we can parse the info. I feel like we could try doing this like a schema itself. Those are probably, that's like a more interesting data model to parse.
Where should we be? Let's see, looking. Do we have any
I have not brought them in scope. I'm just thinking. I think that's what we should do. So I'm gonna hit update. We might see some to-do items, but if we parse like a schema object, that's like the general data types. Like, oh, I've got an error data type that describes like the error contract, or like the pet data type that I expect my API to expect or to accept. So they can be more variable. Okay, cool. It's working on updating. Still, sorry about that. And let's see. Hey, yay, no conflicts. Amazing. So, so we want to write a parser for this data type, and our example JSON schema looks like this. So I'm going to bring that into scope as well. Oops. Right. Okay, we want to be able to parse JSON schema.examples.pet into a models.json schema object. So that's our next goal.
Okay.
Can I ask a quick question about the editing flow?
Yes, of course.
So that code fold at line 50, every time you in the UCM edit, try to edit a new definition, it just brings it above the fold. Like, is there a reason why, like, you need to keep the rest of the text at the bottom? Like, are you planning to bring it back in scope later?
I like to collect my tail of past things, but strictly speaking, you could just delete everything underneath the fold, and you could get it back just with the edit command again.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I assume that you guys have like some workflow that you use. Just curious about what your style is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends on the project. But I also do tend to keep a bunch of the code around because it helps Copilot a lot.
Huh, I hadn't thought of it like that,
It
but
used to
yeah.
be that it helped. It used to be, in fact, that it helped Copilot a lot if you have a bunch of code above the cursor. So I would even work below the fold a lot, just because Copilot would do better. Now Copilot's doing great with just anything in the file.
Cool.
Yeah.
Another example of us putting off a feature that we now no longer need to write, which is great
You're
for me.
thinking about flipping the which side of the fold was the hot side, just for
Yeah.
Copilot, but it doesn't matter.
We'll let GitHub implement that feature.
Yeah.
Stu, do you feel like Copilot is better at writing unison code? Like, has it gotten better over time?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So we're
Yeah.
feeding it. We're like helping train the model.
No, I'm not sure that we're helping trade the model so much as it's getting better at. It's just better at seeing a little bit of Unix code and writing a lot more.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
But I don't know. I don't know. I'm all just guessing.
Right.
Okay, so we're trying to parse a schema. I see. So we can.
Yes.
So
this is not. We want. We want JSON Read. Error. Or is it JSON Read dot error? Yeah.
That's going to be actual JSON schema. Right?
Yeah. Models dot JSON schema. Okay. So we want to expect everything under the schema key to be this JSON schema.
Yeah, so let's not put that in here. Okay? Well, we could do it. Okay, sure. I guess we can. Then you're gonna have a. And that's gonna have. Oh boy, this is stuff that we're no good at. Okay.
So that
So we're
top
gonna have
key
yeah, we have
is a pet.
a try children. I don't think we have. Oh, we have a children. I think it's gonna be that. What are these things underneath it? The thing that's called pet. What are those called? These are schemas.
Those,
Schema.
I think those are more
We're actually going
specifically
to actually
typed.
returning a list of schema. I think we're going to end up there.
It's returning a list of schema.
Well, isn't pet a schema?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, so you could have pet and then you could have
Yep.
error.
Right. What we really want to do is we want to map these. What are we going to map these? Each child, we want to do, it's basically going to be, we're going to get all the children and we're going to put them into this map parse. This is, we're going to call that schema. This is going to be schemas or schemata.
Schemata.
That's the plural of schema.
I dig
Schemata.
that.
But no one says it. This is going to then each one of these. Why do I keep doing that? Is going to have things like what? Type,
Let's look at
required, properties, that kind of stuff.
this. Yeah, so let's see. Should swap, change windows. Schema object.
I don't think they all have required properties. It depends if it's an object or not.
Right.
Right. Schema.
And I think also required properties is optional, if I remember correctly.
It would be for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is this stuff defined?
I'm looking at this schema object. This doesn't seem right though. This doesn't look like the object I'm familiar with. Okay. Simple model. No, yeah, no. Right, the simplest version is right up here.
Huge.
Yeah, this is a pretty big object.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're parsing this whole spec right now. Okay. Primitive sample. All right. Well, let's start. Okay, first. So. we have a type, and a type can be any one of the. Is the type itself a schema?
Okay. Sorry, I'm back in the main document now.
Okay.
I was just looking at the spec.
It can be something like object, string, integer. Okay. Do we need a type? Do we need a type for what this can possibly be? How does this? What is this even used for? This is not good. I don't know. We don't have a thing for what's going under type in the schema.
We
Oh,
don't.
We have properties, right? Or do we? No, we do.
We do. Yeah.
Okay.
A property is a is a schema and a is required. I think Boolean.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, so we're gonna have some. We need something here. I don't know what it's gonna do. And then we're gonna have an optional.
Child field of property.
And then we're gonna have children. We're gonna have a whole bunch of properties, right? And then we have. We need parsers for all these.
Oh yeah.
Oops. And then the properties themselves. Okay, well, let's start with the type. What are all the things that could be in the type field?
Type, I think, is pretty simple. The key, the value is always, I think, a text string, and then within that, like we could parse like that type into J integer, for example, or.
So if it's object, it's going to be a J object, but then we need a map of properties. That's what's coming next, right?
I think J object is the complicated one.
Yep.
So maybe we leave that one for last.
Okay, this is where we're actually going to use our cursor.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're going to need to jump up and okay. Yes, we'll do J object last.
Let's do Boolean.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm going to indent this. Yeah, okay. Boolean. Simple enough. So if we see type, Boolean.
Okay. Cool. And then we have. Right now here, when it's integer, we want to know the format, right?
Yeah, is the format optional? Let me just double check that.
Yeah.
It's optional?
Oh, yeah, no, it's optional. But I also think it's number and not integer. There is.
I see both. Well, I see integer for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's missing maybe it's a newer version because I have got the spec open and it doesn't mention it in the list. The list is not easy to copy somehow.
Yeah, which Swagger or OpenAPI version? I'm looking at 3.1.0 for the spec.
So this is like the JSON Schema spec. I think you can use.
Yeah, the JSON Schema.
JSON Schema 7, I think, is the newest one.
Okay. Yeah. So then that means either one's going to be allowed.
Oh, okay.
The
Interesting.
Swagger spec is a superset of the JSON Schema spec, unfortunately.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yes. Oh, so many fun intricacies. Okay.
Okay, so once we see that it's an integer, we have to know what size integer it is. So here, we got to do like a We got to do like a. Do I have a? I don't even have a wrapper for it. So it comes up. We're gonna do a tri-sibling field.
Right. So then you want to look for format and then read format.
We want tri-sibling field is what is it? It's just takes a text. And that's what is it? Format.
Yeah, its format is the key, and then the value is a string.
And so this is if we're on the left, then we are gonna. What are we returning? Then we're returning it's a J integer, or is it a J long? If they don't say, which one is it?
If they don't have a format for their integer, I wonder if that's required. Let's see if there's.
We're gonna. Yeah, we're just gonna. Okay, and then. Of course, we got to do more work here. If there's, we're not thinking about limits yet, but.
Oh, because of the minimum, maximum thing? Details. We'll
Right.
get there.
Because here we should be then looking for a sibling field that's a minimum and a sibling field that's a maximum. I guess
Yeah,
we could do.
but those are definitely optional.
Definitely.
So we can just plug in nuns for a little bit.
No, I'm doing it.
You're going to do it? All right. Yeah. Boldly go into the future.
And that's going to be sibling field of minimum.
Oh, I finally found the format type in this thing.
If it's the left, then we return none. If it's a right, we do expect. We do. I think it's no. What is it? Do we now have that? We must.
Let's see. Did I make a format data type? I did not. I wonder if I ought to. Okay, so from the spec, these are the supported formats.
If that's the case, why in the models.json schema type? do
You're
we
very
have
quiet,
J
Asa.
long?
Can you turn your microphone on?
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. So how come in the models.json schema, why do we have like a J long still if the only supported types are integer and number and the rest are just formats of number?
Because the whole idea here is that we're going to be able to make a validator that can say you're trying to pass something that's greater than 32 bits to this thing, which says it only accepts 32-bit. It's
Okay, gotcha.
I guess we could, if we wanted to go that direction, though, I think we could. We would just pass the format as well to the validation. Then we'd be able to do a similar thing.
what is there? That's I think that's good for now, right? So we have integer and boolean. What else can we have here besides object? We'll get to that one. I know array too, but object float. Is that a thing? Well, it's number, right?
Types.
I think we gotta duplicate this for number. Means we should just not duplicate.
JSON schema.
Then I need.
We need string.
Oh, then I need.
Okay, and does JSON schema.jstring have any extra arguments? It does. Oh, minimum, maximum length. Okay, fine. Find minimum and where is find maximum?
It's oh, it's gone. Here.
Oh,
it's in here.
sorry. I that may have been me. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, that's really.
Find minimum, find
Okay.
maximum.
Okay.
Okay, so that's string.
All right. Let's do object.
Okay, yeah, let's do the hard one.
It's not gonna be that hard. All right. So now we got to do. All right. So if we, what are we doing? We're parsing the type, and we see that the type is object. So that means that we have to go find a sibling field name properties, right? Okay. Let's make a. We're gonna do a properties is gonna do stuff, and so when we get okay, and then so where are we? Okay, so when we get an object, we're gonna do just. It's got to be there, right?
If we find the type of object, properties has to be there. Yeah.
So we're gonna just do a sibling field of properties with parse properties. All right. And then what our parse properties is gonna be a list of schemas, right?
Yes.
It's a property. Do we have a, is that a type we have? It is. No, it's a list of properties. Is it a list of properties? It's a list of
I feel like the properties type, so the properties type is there. It wraps a JSON schema and a Boolean. So it just says whether or not it's required. And required is non-optional. Like if you have an object type, you have to say which fields are required versus not. And this set of required fields will help say which of the properties is optional.
So this is just going to be, okay, so this is going to be a, when you parse property, and then this is just going to call, okay, what does each property look like? It is a schema, and then whether or not it's required. And wait, required is not, or no. Oh, no, it's none of these. Wait, are these all just schemas?
So
I think everything that's in property is also schema. Like properties contains a map of schemas.
a map
Basically.
of schemas. Okay, yeah, where
We have
the
object as a map of text to property, and property. But that's not. Wait, that's not right. That's the value level. It should just be a list of. It should just be a list of schema.
For JObject?
Don't you think? Yeah. Oh no, wait. No, I'm thinking right. I'm sorry. No, this is a map of text to schema. Okay, right. Yes, okay, that makes sense to me. Okay, so these could have an optional in them, right? Or do they have could these have a required? Is that right?
I don't.
Yeah, could have.
Okay, yeah.
But what required is not required.
Of course.
If you don't have a required property, everything's optional.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think so.
Okay.
I mean,
Really interesting. Okay. Everything's optional.
you also can have just no properties. Then you only say it's an object, and you don't say what's in it.
Okay, great.
Oh,
Well,
that's. What does that look like when you're actually calling the, like if I define a pet object and I say it has no properties, what do I pass to the server in terms of the request body?
You don't know. You know it's an object, but that's what you know. That's everything.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Welcome to the world of JSON.
Yeah, wow, this is like the Wild Wild West.
and this is going to be, and then. Yes, this is just going to be. Okay, what is parse required is going to be like an optional. It's going to be like match, try.
Do you want the optional parser that we wrote, or?
I think. Wait, is that right? No, it's a child field. Wait, do we want what? Oh, an optional child parser? Yeah, I guess we. Well, yeah, I guess we do.
Because it could not be there.
Yeah. Match. That would be optional. So, if it's there, then we. How does this? Then it's just. Okay, so it's going to be. What am I doing there? If I'm doing here, then it's a true. And if it's none, then it's what? It's not required. We're saying false for now. I don't know what's wrong with this.
Do you want true here?
Nope, I want B.
You want B? Is.
Oh, yeah, because it's.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, we got required, and we got the property. What's wrong with this?
This is where it needs to throw. Oh. I think this is me forgetting that JSON Read.error is a data type, not the ability of throwing the error. So that's on me. Let me go fix that in other places too.
I'm also trying in the background to use ChatGPT to generate example JSON schemas for us to test.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. If I don't know, you're getting a J integer.
I think, as good functional programmers, we could also write generators for the data type, but I'm a big fan of the ChatGPT solution too.
What? Wait, what?
Maybe
Where do we
int,
get
maybe net. Oh,
Why did I do wait? What am I doing? Expect float here. Wait.
oh, are the minimums and maximums in these ranges? They can be negative, can't they?
Dude, yeah.
So I think it has to be int. And then for JSON schema dot J string, you know what? I'm just gonna make these ints for now.
By the way, there's also exclusive minimum and exclusive maximum.
If we have a schema, if we're trying to model an OpenAPI document that has that, then I think we've already won. Unison's being used in extremely odd corners of schema definitions. Yeah, there's some very sophisticated stuff in this spec document, like the extension fields and all of that.
Yeah, you can also match your strings against regular expressions, kind of stuff.
Okay, so we just need to write a regular expression parser.
We don't have that.
And we can parse it into our pattern API. That's fascinating. Let's see, find list.
Yeah, I was returning a list, but we really need to return. This is not right. We need to return a map.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
We need to do. We need to do.
Oh, I have a map parser.
Children. You what?
Yeah, I wrote one because of some other parsing stuff that I needed. Fine. You can see if it's correct. View 1 and 2. Yeah, so it treats the current thing as a JSON object, because that's the thing we want to turn into a map.
Okay. We made easier ways of doing this.
Oh, for real? Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I wrote a very simple test for it.
All right. Well, how about we reuse your test and we rewrite the code to make it
Okay.
and that goes to a. Well, can you just edit it?
Yeah. Okay. I have to hit save on the file, so.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. Oh, that's fine. And edit 1, 2.
All right. So what we can do is.
Probably don't do that right now.
You can have a list of the children. And then we can say, we just really want to say, children into, for each child, we're going to say, Beck's child, field C with R, and with,
Oh, with encode A.
and then we pass that into dot from list. And that's it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. So I actually took that code snippet from the expect child field
Yeah. Why isn't this?
implementation. Okay. Let's see. What is?
Right. I need to tuple this thing up.
Cool.
Okay, there's a function for that list.map thing.
This has to be map to list. Oh. Oh, this isn't either. Fine. Map. Let's map right. Okay, cool.
Cool.
We're good. I'm gonna update that,
Okay.
and then we can remove that from scope.
All right. Where are we at now?
Okay, we were gonna use the map field.
We did, but something else is unhappy now.
Map field. Parse property. I found a value of type unit. Oh, do we have an extra?
Oh, it returns a. Oh, this is lazy. Why is this lazy? I didn't expect it to be lazy. I don't think my field needs to be lazy, but it was.
Map field shouldn't be lazy.
I don't think so. But it's alright if it is. For now. Wait.
Okay, look. So pattern match checking is working
Yep.
for us. Thank you, Travis.
Yeah, what do we do if it's none of these?
Can we just throw for now?
Yeah, what are we throwing? It's a JSON
Read error.
error. This is something that needs work.
We could do.
That error handling. All right, what is the found type of cursor?
No such child. We need a cursor and a text
For where?
to create
Oh.
to construct an error.
Right, there's a helper for this. Hang on. Isn't there? Well, the cursor is current. And, wait. Did I get those backwards?
No, I think that's
No,
right.
I
I think
need
we
to
just need arguments
the-
around this,
Yeah.
or parens around that. Do you mean cursor, not
I
current?
do. Yes.
Okay.
It's. Hang on. No, that's not. It's not lazy. Oops. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, but what do we? Okay, we got. We parse type is no. We're all just doing parse type. The whole thing is parse type.
Okay.
What is this error now?
The expression.
This is.
Oh,
this
this is a.
I'm getting rid of the
I
key right now.
think I forgot a throw somewhere. Interesting that it treated JSON Read error as an ability and didn't fail to compile. I gotta think about that.
We don't have an expect int. Okay. What do we have? Yeah, we don't have that.
You can expect a nat.
No, we can't. Yeah, could
we expect a text and then parse it?
No, because it might be a number. We have to do all those things. We are going to have to write this thing.
For lib.json read?
Yeah, we need an up dot JSON read dot expect it.
Hey, Alvaro. We are attempting to parse a schema object from the OpenAPI spec itself. So this is like, I'm giving you a pet, and here are its required fields, and here are the types of those fields, and it is wild.
Nice.
If this is a number with an F, then it's going to be J string. This should be a. Okay, if it's a J string, then we match int dot parse. Isn't there? Why do we do that? Isn't there int dot from text s? And if it's a sum I, then we return it, and if it's none, then we have to throw a JSON read dot error of no what is there's like a
There's an unexpected.
And that takes a cursor and it takes
a type and a type.
It's expected and actual is expected is J number and actual is, I have help for that, JSON type. Well, I know it's a J string here. Otherwise, then I'm going to throw a JSON read down there. Unexpected. That just delayed the fact that I still don't know how to find the current type of the current cursor, but I know. I got it. It's
there's cursor.json.
I got it. No, I got it. I got it.
Okay. Oh, type of.
Is it going to complain that those cursors aren't lazy?
This looks like a
Yes.
function call. One is optional int, the other is int. Oh, it's because this float to int returns an optional.
The pattern matching on.
The
float to
up
int.
here? Yeah. The first case.
Okay. With no.
Sometimes autocomplete is too helpful.
Unexpected. Unexpected number.
Yeah. We could probably create another JSON Read data or JSON Read.error data constructor that's like
Yeah.
malformatted field or something.
Dumb question. Is the let just to prevent it from binding
It's
to,
like a
to avoid
dollar.
having to use parentheses?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
just avoiding
Okay.
yeah.
It's like it's like the dollar sign in Haskell.
Yeah.
I really wish we would replace let and do with do and delay.
Oh, so our current do becomes delay.
No, it is delay now. Yeah. Our current do becomes delay.
Our current do doesn't, and then
We're gonna have to do that in a couple of steps. Imagine if we just changed everything to the opposite. That's an interesting idea, though. I kind of like that.
Or we could pay homage to Frank and change it to do and be.
Yeah, like the paper.
Exactly.
In that case, is do still delay and is be let?
Yes.
Because let it be? Like the song. I thought we had expect Boolean. We have as Boolean. Huh, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. I guess not. Okay. Okay, cool. We're down here again. Expect Boolean. Let's take a look at that. Oh, geez, equals to 133.
What's going on with that? Okay.
Is bang
This is now. I didn't know we had. What is it called? Field map. What is it called?
MapField.
No.
Yeah.
What? Right. This is now returning a. That's I forgot. MapField is lazy. We should fix that. Can we fix that?
We don't want MapField to be lazy.
No, we don't.
Okay. MapField. Yeah, we'll just bring it into scope.
We're gonna have to edit that. Well, you will have to edit the test too.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll grab that. Okay.
You want to edit 1, 2?
I'm just putting it at the bottom of this file.
Oh.
It's down here. Oh, no,
Yeah,
except
so
I have
we-
managed to view two. This is the one I want, not that one.
we don't want that, and we don't want that.
Okay.
Oh, I see why you're. Yeah. Wow.
I couldn't resolve any of these symbols. Schema. Oh, because it's JSON schema. So 137.
Sorry. Okay. This is MapField being lazy. We don't want that anymore. That's, yep.
Okay, 110. Oops, sorry. Okay. It's compiling. Okay, should we try and run it against a very simple schema?
Absolutely.
Okay. Parse schema. And this little test. I'm providing the catch. Oh, did we not call it parse schema? Oh, parse models JSON schema. Gotcha. My bad.
Parse schemas, isn't it? Okay. Let's see. Yep.
Okay. Oh,
Ooh, first try.
go team. I'm kind of surprised.
Nah.
So, thinking through this, a schema can technically reference another schema as its
Yeah.
value. Well, I guess one way to find out if we
Yeah,
handled
we
that.
did that. We handled that.
Like if my
Oh wait, I'm not sure we handled that. Hold on. What do you mean?
So
There are references. Oh, yeah.
say name instead of just being type string was type object, and that itself was like a name schema object.
Yeah, I think. Wait, you mean if like an object contains a field which is itself an object?
Yeah.
Yeah, we handled that because on line 106 we make a recursive call to parse schema.
Oh, I must have missed that one. Where 106. Okay.
So when we're
It's
parsing
in the
a
property. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where it was.
Yeah, so I think we're good there.
But there are also references, right? But I think this is like way in the advanced.
Yeah. Once we have the references, we have to like zip all the way up the JSON tree back to the root and then go down into components, which is a whole other like something to parse. But I love learning about this JSON library, Stu. I think it's really interesting and is really good for this particular use case because we do need to like move to different parts of the JSON tree.
It's not too common when you're parsing JSON that you need to like go find a sibling and stuff, which is exactly what that stuff is for.
This is like the ultimate JSON comonad. Like I love it. It's great.
Yes. No, okay, so we could either do array or ignore it for now and move on to other parts of the parsing, or what do you want to do? Or what?
There's also null, which could be very easy to add as a
Yeah,
type.
you are right.
Yeah, we could do null.
It's
Yes.
Do
like
we have a null in our schema
Well-
type?
Oh, actually, I don't even know if we have null in the schema.
We're about to.
Oh, that's going to be fun because this is used to be a record type.
Do we not want to do that right now?
We could, no, I think we could.
Do you want? I mean, it's just going to change. Okay, we could, but we're about to change our type. That's gonna. We might be creating two.
Right, no, that would be bad because this is the top level type, so.
And from looking at the JSON schema reference for OpenAPI, it looks like null is not a distinct type, but any of the types can be annotated with nullable, in which null will be accepted. Which is weird.
Oh.
I think there might be a null and might be explicitly a thing, though. No.
Yeah, there is like the type property can have the value null.
I think he's right. I think we should theoretically be handling a null here.
What does it mean to say I expect my ID's type to be null?
It's saying you literally have to have an ID : null in your thing.
Would it?
It's stupid. You would never actually want to do this, but
Okay.
It's about like, yeah, or like you could say you have an array and the 3 valid types in this array is an array where any of the things in the array could be either a number or a null.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like array, maybe we should do array. So array. So what is that going to look like? That's going to be parse array. Is that just 3 properties or is it three schemas? I mean, it's just a bunch of schemas, so that's just going to be that's easy.
Yeah, parsing the array is just schemas.
List parse.
Okay.
I think if you just say it's an array, then you don't specify what's in the array, but you can say, I think it's items, and then specify a schema for the items in the array.
Oh, yeah, so the array thing is a little odd. Is there, let's see, where is that in the text must be limited to.
Yeah.
Then so I
Yeah.
do a.
Yeah, you're totally right. You can pass in type array and then say the items have to be of this schema. Siblings,
I'm
they're
doing just.
siblings.
No, parse,
This is a document. I think the items is optional.
yes.
Yeah.
I left it as optional.
Oh, okay.
Everything's up.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, this is me. Should be raw. And that has an extra thing.
That's a quadruple, yeah.
Yep. I found a value of type JSON schema where I expected to find unit. Does something need to be delayed?
No, something needs to be indented. Wait. No, what are we doing here? Parse array is yes. But wait, what am I? No, this line is the old version. Sorry. It blends.
Okay.
All right. So,
Cool.
All right. So what do we want to do next?
So I think we should pause it here and
Okay.
make a plan for next week. In part because I am going on vacation. Not to skip out, but yeah. I think we should next week. I think we should try and do components or the ref variable lookup through the JSON tree. I think that build nicely on like we have some experience working with the JSON library today, and so we can try and do resolving references. And in the meantime, if I have time, I'll try and fill out more of like the leaf nodes of this giant data type and just save like the reference lookup stuff for next Wednesday.
Okay.
So yeah.
That sounds good.
Okay. Cool. Folks, any questions? Any
Or comments or
Comments?
anything we want to talk about? Anything Unison related?
Right
Maybe
now,
the design of this parser library, is there like a paper about it somewhere? It sounds really interesting for me.
I mean, I copied it from the Scala's Circe library, which was copied from Scala's Argonaut library.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, the idea of it, yeah, it's just that it like you said, it's like a zipper. You're just keeping a path to your location in the JSON tree that you can always navigate around and read values out of it to get what you want out of it and accumulate some other data type. So no, I don't know. I would look at Circe, which is CIRCE, is really what I was staring at while I was writing it. So CIRCE.
Okay, thanks.
It's a Scala library.
I do think the component things, do we have enough to actually resolve those refs? Because I know right now they point to different files. Do we have the ability to read files?
We do, but I mean, certainly we do. But
we do. Yeah. I think when we see an OpenAPI document that reads files, that's going to be slightly more challenging. We'll have to incorporate I/O to do that, to resolve stuff. But for now, a lot of times the components are just like hard coded in a component's key, just elsewhere in the JSON document itself. So we might be able to get pretty far with just traversing the JSON tree.
I think that's going to be the most common case. Because most people get it as a single document off of a web page, right?
Yeah, that is true. A lot of people just
I mean, that's the most common case is you're
nab it.
downloading the whole thing. Yep.
Yeah, but that is a good thing to call out. Is eventually, if we want to really support the full spec, we'll have to.
We don't ever want to support the whole spec.
This spec is wild.
It's wild.
Cool. Well, thanks, folks, for tuning in. This was super fun. I so appreciate everyone has such great like domain specific knowledge about this because like I am coming to this fairly new with OpenAPI, so I really appreciate folks chiming in. Cool.
All right. Thanks, Rebecca.
Yeah. See y'all next week.
See ya.
Bye.
It was a fun stream.